there, guys and gals, this is Barbie Figueroa with RiseMarketingAndDesign.com, and thank you so much for watching my video. So if you're online trying to build your business, you want to generate more leads, sales, and signups, chances are you've decided that you're going to start using content marketing to start building your brand and start driving traffic to your offers. Maybe you've even decided that you're going to choose video marketing or blogging to get your content out there. And maybe you're like me in the very beginning, where I was kind of like having an identity crisis. I was confused as to really what my brand is or what my brand was. And you might be in that same position wondering, well, what is my brand and what kind of content should I be creating? What value do I really have to offer? Well, in this video, if you're a beginner and you're trying to figure it out, I'm going to do my best to give you 3 tips that will help you kind of boil down what your personal brand really is, so that you can go out there and confidently start creating the content that's going to attract leads, prospects, and customers to you without all that extra confusing stuff. So if you want to know what those 3 personal branding tips are, then keep on watching. Alright, guys and gals, again, this is Barbie Figueroa with RiseMarketingAndDesign.com. Please take just one little moment to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I would truly, truly appreciate that. Alright, guys and gals, so what are we really talking about here? What we're talking about is developing your brand voice. And I know that can be a little weird, because it's like I was talking to one of my friends the other day. I was kind of looking at his website and giving him a few pointers, and he says to me, you know, it's funny because when I do this for other people, I know exactly how to coach them and tell them. But then when I try to do it for myself, it's really, really hard. And I don't know why that is, but maybe we're just too close to ourselves that we really can't see what it is that our brand actually is. So to help you a little bit with that, let's boil it down. What is your personal brand? Well, your personal brand, in a nutshell, is basically a culmination of your skills, your expertise, and your personality. It basically becomes what the world sees you as. It's kind of like what you're known for. Now, developing that brand can be a little bit difficult if you are not putting enough content out there and you're not taking enough action, because it is only through putting stuff out there that we can get the feedback that will help us really understand and uncover who we are as people, so that we can develop that brand voice. So let me just help you kind of like, let's brain dump a little bit, okay? Let's brainstorm just a little bit. Your brand is basically going to be focused around 3 main things, and that is, number 1, if you want to have a long-standing, growing, thriving brand, then you need to be creating content that is based around something that you are super duper passionate about, okay? And I'm going to show you how to kind of like boil this down and figure what those things are. Number 2, you want to have some knowledge in the area that you're talking about. And I am a big proponent of being authentic in sharing your expertise and not being like a rehash of what someone else said without actually doing it yourself. I find that the best advice or the best mentoring comes from, you know, your own personal skills and your own personal experiences. Or if you're a service provider, it can even come from a client case study. You want to be creating content around topics that you have personal experience with, because it's through our personal experiences that we can really advise and mentor and guide people to where they want to go, depending on your own personal experience of something. It's not the same thing to tell you about how to generate 20 leads a day if I haven't done it myself. It wouldn't be authentic, okay? However, if you are aligned with, let's say, some sort of program that teaches people how to generate 20 leads a day, and you have case studies to show people, then that's okay, because you can point to that. But you never want to come across that you are teaching people to do something that you don't know how to do yourself. So you always want to come from a place of experience and authenticity. That way you can actually truly really help people. And then the third thing is Is there a market for what you want to teach? Is there a market that is willing to pay for whatever it is that you are passionate about and that you're teaching about? So if there is a viable market around that thing, then you can go ahead and start developing content around those topics. So let me give you an example based on my own experience. Now that we know the 3 things that pretty much make up a good content brand, which is, again, creating content that you're passionate about, creating content that is based on your own personal experience, skills, or case studies. And then number 3, that there is an actual viable market who is actively already buying information or training or courses in this particular area. Okay. Now, let me tell you how I figured out my content brand. So we got the personality part out already. That's just me. That's who I am. And that's how I show up on my videos. Okay. So the second part of that is, what are my skills and what drove me to develop the skills that I have? My skills are in like video marketing, attraction marketing, funnel building. But how did I get there? What really drove me there? So let's reverse engineer just a little bit. So if you go a little bit further back into my story, I was a struggling web designer. And one of the things about web design in my particular case was that if I wasn't working, I wasn't getting paid. I didn't have leverage and I could not scale my business. So I kept asking myself, like, how could I make money even when I'm not at my computer? Because on top of all that, let's back it up just a little bit more. I'm also a mom. And there was a time where my kids were small and they really needed me. Now they're teenagers and not so much. But when they were younger, they needed me. And I was trying to balance, how can I still make money online, right? But still be present. So there was a deeper problem that I was struggling with, which was, how can I do both? How can I contribute, right, to my family and make money, but also, like be a mom and be present? And I just couldn't figure out how to do that. So I went through a lot of trial and error. And then through that time, I started developing skills that would help me achieve my ultimate goal, which was building a business that also allowed me to have a life and make money even when I wasn't at my computer. Now, there are many, many, many ways that you can do that. Well, guess what? On top of all that, I'm an introvert. So I don't want to be on Facebook all day chasing people to get to look at my program, or private messaging people, telling them, hey, do you want a way to make money on your spare time? And I didn't want to do that. I cringe at the thought of doing that because by nature, I'm an introvert. So I don't want to do that. So already I have to eliminate all those types of marketing strategies that just don't fit with my personality. I couldn't do something like Instagram, I couldn't create content in the form of like photos because I'm not like an Instagram person, because I don't take photos just in my daily life. You see how my personality is also intertwined in my brand, because I don't do certain type of things because it just doesn't come natural to me. So I don't do Instagram. I didn't want to do LinkedIn because I'm not a corporate person. I'm more laid back. I'm more chill. I'm a little more, high energy. So LinkedIn is kind of like too corporate for me. So that wasn't my place either. So by process of elimination, how would I know that though? If I didn't start trying and testing and putting things out there? So that's why I'm telling you, don't be afraid to try and test and give different things a shot. You will start discovering, you'll start getting more clear as to who you are and where your flow is. So guess what? So I don't do Instagram, I don't do LinkedIn, I don't do those things. So kind of like what's left? Well, there's Twitter, there's YouTube, there's Facebook. Twitter is just like, I don't have time for it. And then YouTube and Facebook, they kind of go with my personality, because I can do video marketing, I can create content, but I can also share it on my Facebook and make more of a connection, but positioning stuff so that people still come to me, because I'm an introvert. So my personality is in there. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm also passionate about leverage, because I can't be doing one-to-one to one-to-one, because guess what? I got to be off my computer at a certain time so that I can start cooking dinner or drive my teenager somewhere. So I only have a very small window of time, 3-4 hours that I can work in a day, and then I got to go. So I look for things that create leverage in my business. What are those things? Video marketing, email marketing, and funnels, because I do the work one time and my systems keep working for me. Do you see how I'm kind of boiling things down by trial and error? And so what am I passionate about? I'm passionate about teaching people about how to build a business that allows them to have a life without having to feel like a pushy salesperson. You don't have to private message people on Facebook. You don't have to, chase people down on the internet. You don't have to pick up the phone and do calls and all that stuff. That's not how I roll, and that's my brand. So because of the things that I didn't like to do, or the things that I wanted to avoid, plus did not really suit my personality, I was able to kind of narrow down the areas where I wanted to improve my skills, which is in funnel building. And if you want to build good funnels, you need to do copywriting, you need to learn copywriting, you need to learn email marketing, and you need to learn video marketing. So those are my core competencies. So now guess what? It's what I teach on. That's what my content is based on. How to generate leads with funnels, how to generate leads in your sleep, how to create content, how to sell without selling, how to attract people to you. See, so now I have this little nucleus of here's my passion, here's my knowledge, and I have a market, right? And in the middle, that's my brand. I'm all about helping you generate more leads, sales, and signups without feeling like a pushy salesperson while building a business that allows you to have a life. So I developed the skills that allow me to do that. So when you're looking at your business, boil it back down to what was your biggest burning problem. The biggest burning problem that you had. When you're looking at developing your brand voice, just keep a few things in mind. Boil it right back down to what was one of the biggest problems that you yourself were trying to solve. And in solving that problem, what were some of the things that you had to learn in order to overcome those problems? And what skills did you have to develop so that you could overcome those challenges? For me, I had to learn how to build funnels. I had to learn how to do video marketing. I had to learn how to do copywriting. I had to learn how to do email marketing. So in order for me to get out of this stuck at my desk all day and only making money when I was at my computer desk, and to get to the point where I could make money even when I wasn't on my computer, the only way that I could do that was by creating like passive income. Well, how do you create passive income? You have to have systems in place. So I had to learn those skill sets so that I could develop those skill sets so that I could get to the other side. But now that I have those skill sets, I can teach on those things and attract people who want to build their business in the very same way that I have. So look at what was your biggest problem and how are you overcoming those hurdles? What skills are you developing along the way? Those are things that you can start creating content around. So I could literally go on about this forever. If you guys have any interest whatsoever in maybe doing me doing a future, maybe like a private workshop on really developing your brand voice and brainstorming some ideas to help you develop your brand, if you're interested in that, leave me a comment right below, and maybe I will set something up, because I mean it could go so many ways, but hopefully this gives you a little bit of a framework that you can start building upon. So anyway, I truly hope that this video helped you. If it did, please go ahead and like this video and make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell if you want to be alerted the next time that I upload a video to my YouTube channel. Now before I go, if you open up my description box, I've got a bunch of free resources and training, and if you want to work closer together and work with me inside of my primary company, which we are a digital marketing platform that helps people create leverage and build businesses that also allow them to have a life. If you want to learn more about that, I invite you to go ahead and click on the link right below this video inside of my description box. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I truly hope this video helped you. This has been Barbie Figueroa with RiseMarketingAndDesign.com, and I will see you on another video. Bye.